Alright, next up on the Hermannson Vettori card this weekend, we've got a featherweight bout. We've got Ilya Topuria versus Damon Jackson. It's a bit of an interesting one, this, to some people. I think a lot of people will be wanting to skip over this one. It's going to be very grappling heavy. So we'll start off talking about Ilya Topuria. He's 9-0. With that, he's got 7 submissions, 1 knockout and 1 decision. For me, it's very entertaining because I like the grappling, the technical aspects of it, but I appreciate a lot of people don't. So let's quickly talk about his previous fight against Yusuf Salal, who was looking for his 4th win this year. Again, this one went all the way to a decision, and he won the unanimous decision quite easily. He just dominated the grappling from the start. But I don't think we should ignore his hands because he can throw hands if he wants. He has got, I appreciate he's only got 1 knockout, but that was a clean 1-punch knockout. And you could see in the first round of this fight, he was looking for the big right hand, and he looked like he was going to land it once or twice, but it just never came through for him, so he reverted back to what he knows he can do. And he went for the takedowns. I believe he got 7 takedowns in the fight, and all of them very easy. He didn't look like he was struggling with them. Most of them out in the open, 1 or 2 up against the fence, bit of clinching, and then they were down. So, he mainly on the ground, he is going through the choke, so he's looking for the guillotines, the anacondas, arm triangles, all that good stuff. He was also passing guard very easily when he wanted to. He wasn't having any trouble getting past his defences. But Yusuf Salal is no slouch on the ground himself, as is seen as he didn't get the submission in the end, which I think he could have probably got if he'd tried a bit harder. He was looking towards gassing at the end of the 3rd round, and he was looking a bit ropey the last minute or 2 and looked like he could have got clipped, but fortunately for him that never happened. And it was his first UFC fight as well, so I think he'll have taken a lot from that. And I think it'll be very beneficial that he did go the full distance on it. So, moving on to Damon Jackson. His last fight was against Mercy Bektic. He's a very a Khabib-style fighter, for want of a better word. He's not necessarily looking for submissions on the ground. He will take you down. He's not necessarily looking for the submission, though. And he's looking for position and just to wear you out. It did go the other way for him, and I think Damon Jackson showed a great deal of cardio for that. I think up until the 3rd round he'd only landed 1 strike, which isn't very good, but he did have a few submissions attempts. He does have 14 submissions on his record out of 18 wins, so that's clearly where his money is. Like I say, I'm expecting a very grappling heavy bout on this one. It was a case of, Homer Simpson, if you will. He just ate the punishment until the other guy was tired, and then he got him in a mounted guillotine in the 3rd round. It was very impressive. Now let's talk about how they match up. Ilya Topuria is coming in at a -245 on this one. That's a 2-5 on the fractional odds. And Damon Jackson's coming in at a +290 and a 2-1 on the fractional odds for him. I really think this is only going to go one way. I think Ilya Topuria is going to get a submission. If I had to guess, a guillotine or an anaconda, probably in the 1st or 2nd round. I think if Bektic, when he fought Damon Jackson, I think if he'd have tried more submissions, I think he would have got them. It's just a case of he didn't push for a submission when he should have done, in my opinion. And obviously he didn't push for it, you don't get them. And I think Topuria will do. I also think Topuria's got the advantage on the feet if he does want to do that, and I don't think that would necessarily be a bad idea for him either. But I think maybe the first half of the 1st round he'll try trading on the feet, see how it goes, and then make a decision. But I could very well see this being a 2 or 3 round grappling match that may not interest a lot of people. Like I said, I'm not amongst those people. I'm very excited for this one. I love the technical grappling. I'm expecting a Topuria submission in the, I'm going to say 2nd round, definitely a choke, either a guillotine or an anaconda, probably a mounted guillotine if it does go that way. I don't see him being one of these people who tries to take the back and get the rear naked. So, I'm going to just put both the records up on the side now. next to each other so we can all see what's going on there. And that'll be that. And I'll see you all later with the next fight on the list. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your neighbours. My Instagram will be coming up along the top now, so please feel free to go and follow me there. And I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you in the next few hours.